Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Today in this video we are going to discuss plotting data using Matplotlib. So students, till now we have discussed about two libraries of the Python, that is Pandas and NumPy. We have discussed about the Pandas library, that Pandas is used for the data analysis. We have discussed a lot of functions related to Pandas library. We have discussed how we can handle the missing values, how we can sort the data, how we can extract the data from the big data set, how we can import the data from the CSV file, how we can export the data frame to the CSV file. We have discussed a lot of operations related to Pandas, as well as we have discussed about the NumPy library that is used for the faster calculations. Today we are going to discuss that after analyzing the data, after sorting the data, after interpreting the data, how we are going to represent that data in form of visuals, or we can say in form of graphs, in form of charts. So today we are going to discuss few charts, as well as we are going to discuss how we can modify those charts, and as well as we are going to discuss how we can plot those we can plot the data in charts. So first of all, let's discuss about the topics which we are going to cover in our today's session. So first will be basic plotting using Matplotlib. Second point which we are going to cover, that is customization of plots. Third point which we are going to cover, that is pandas data frame plotting, that how we are going to plot the data frame of the pandas in form of visualization, in form of charts. Then different types of chart we are going to discuss in our today's session. Charts like, we can say, line, box, histogram, scatter chart, box plot, as well as pie chart. So these different kind of charts we are going to discuss today in our this session. So what is the need of different kind of chart? Because it depends upon the data set also, what kind of chart we are going to choose, in what kind of chart we are going to represent the data. It depends upon the data set also, that if we are having different kind of like, there is a few data set in which we can visualize it properly by using the pie chart. There are few data set by which we can visualize it by using the line chart, by box chart, by scatter chart, that what is the distribution of the data set. So different charts are very helpful according to the different kind of data set. So we cannot say that which chart is the best one, so it depends upon the data set. So now first of all, let's discuss that importing Matplotlib library. So as we have discussed in the pandas and in the numpy also, that for importing any library we will be using import, then matplotlib pyplot as plt. This one you can write as your name also, any abbreviation you can write here, because it will be bit time consuming if you are going to write every time matplotlib.pyplot. So I have used the alias here, that is plt. So now I have imported the library. So now let's store a list in the variable. Now let's take the temporary variable for once. Now let's store the data. 25, 12 upon 12, 25, 26, 12, then 27, 12. Now let's take it as a date. Let's compare the temperature of different date. So like you can say here in this one that date is 25 and the month is 12. So we are having three dates here, 25, 26 and 27 of December. The temperature is 8.5 degree, 8.5 degree, 10 degree. Let's take 7.5 degree. So why I have enclosed inside the inverted commas? Because I just want to treat it as a string here, not the numerical value. So now let's plot this data. So this date will be chosen as x-axis, this will be the y-axis, and this PLT plot, this one we are using it, that this PLT, which means a matplotlib.py plot, and this plot function we are going to use to plot the data. This whatever the data we are having in these two variables, we will plot the data, and now this one we will run it for show. So by default, the data which we are going to receive, that will be their line chart, as you can see here. So now as you can see, the y-axis as a temperature, as we have discussed here, date will be treated as x-axis and temperature will be treated as y-axis. So now you can visualize that on 25 that there is a significant decrease in the temperature on the date of the 27th. So this is how we can visualize the data when it comes to the big data set. So if you want to save the chart also, then also you can save it, like either you can take the screenshot or you can do the right click and then you can save this picture from here like this, save image as, and after that you can save this image. So now let's discuss the another program. Second program that we will be discussing, that line chart with labels, title and grid. Because in this one, as you can see in this chart, there are no such grids, there is no such title of the chart also, that what do you mean by this chart, what is the main title of this chart. So if you want to add it, if you want to add the labels also, that labels here, that as a, these are the temperature, this one is the date here. Because if anyone else is going to look at this graph, so he will not be able to analyze it, that what are these values, what about these values, what is the title of this chart, where the grid lines, and so all of these. So basically what we are going to discuss, we are going to discuss the customization of line chart. So we have already imported the library, so no need to import the library. Just what we can do is we can copy this data set here, so that there will be no such need to type it again and again. Now just use PLT plot, and this one we have to plot. Now we have set the X label as date, Y label as temperature, because there is, before that it was not written here about the temperature, and it was not written here at the x-axis that these are the days. So we can set by using plt.x label and plt.y label. In the title you can just write that what we are doing, we want to show that date wise temperature. So now what part is left about the grid line? So how we can set the grid line, that same plt dot grid, and then inside pass the value that is true. Now if you want to give the ticks also, so you can give, let's plt dot y ticks as a temperature. Then now just run this plot show. As you can see, Now you can see the difference here, that date is here, temperature is here, the grid line is here, so that you can analyze it in more beautiful way, in more better way. And date wise temperature, I have set it as a title here. So now if anyone is going to look at this graph, he can easily analyze that what is going on, uh, what about this graph. It's about the date wise temperature, temperature is here, date is here. So this is how you can modify the line chart, and in the same way we can modify the other type of charts also. We have not specified here that inside the plt.plot there is a one parameter also, kind. So we have not used till now, so because by default it will display in the line chart only. So but if we want to display in the form of other charts, then we have to specify the kind also. So now let's discuss few more uh, uh, operations on the line chart, we can say, or the customization we can say. Let's discuss that line chart with marker color, line width, and line style. Now we are going to discuss about this line, because this chart is about the line chart. So now we are going to discuss that if we can increase or decrease the width of this, the color of this line, as well as the marker also, like we can put the dots here. So let's modify this line chart. We have already imported the libraries, so either we can take the same data or we can change it also. Let's take the same data set so that it will be very easy for you to understand. X label grid we have already chosen. So now what we can do, that we will pass this here. Let's pass that marker. We will give, I want to give this symbol as a marker here. Then let's give the marker size is equal to 10. Let's give the line of color is green. Line width also. Now let's take the line width is equal to 2. This will be the thickness of line. Then now let's take line style is equal to dash dot. Let's try to run this once. So as you can see, now we are having the marker here. These are the markers. This asterisk sign will be converted into this. This is the dash dotted. The width of this is 2, and these are the line style. Now let's change the marker size to 30. So as you can see, now the marker size has been increased, and let's, if you want to increase it, so there will be, now you can see there line size also we have increased. So if you want to change the line width, marker size, the color of the this line also, you can change it, but you make sure you are going to pass all these parameters inside the plt dot plot only. So I hope now it is clear that how you can change the line chart, as well as the marker color, marker size, line width, and line size. So now let's discuss about the bar chart. So for customizing the bar chart, uh, either we can take the same data set here, uh, which one is displayed here, or let's take the another data set that we can take it here as a Let's take the data set of marks. Hundred, 80, 60. And now let's take one more variable here, that is of subjects. As subject, let's take Hindi. Let's take Python. Let's take maths. Instead of Python, let's take CS here. So now let's plot this, plot bar, and then let's take this subject and marks, and now let's display. So this is the simplest way to display the data in form of a bar chart. So as you can see, these are the bar charts. So and this was and that was the line chart. So it depends upon the data set, it depends upon that how you want to analyze the data. This one we can visualize as in the line chart also. But if you want to check the progress here, like in math we go the student has scored the least number, in English and Hindi they have scored the equal number and the highest also. So for such kind of data set, if you want to compare between the like inputs, so you can use bar chart. So now let's discuss about the histogram now. Histogram. So for this we will be using Pandas library, as we have already imported. So let's import it again so that there will be no such issue. Let's import once again the Matplotlib library. As such, there is no such use to use it again and again. But let's store the data set in dictionary first, then we will plot it. So now let's store once the name of students, that let's pass inside the list. Name is Mohan, Raman, Ankur. Let's pass another key here as a height. So height I want to pass as a, like, let's consider 6 feet, 5 feet, and 6 feet. I'm considering the height in feet. Now let's take another key as a weight here. And now let's pass the weight in terms of kg. 50 kg, 45 kg, and 60 kg. So now first of all, let's convert this dictionary into data frame. That is df data frame we have converted into data. Then plot dot histogram, and then this data frame I want to convert it according to the height. This one also you can choose, or now let's consider the, you can take this one also, df dot plot, and the kind of plot which you want to display, that is histogram. Now let's plt dot show. So now let's run this. So as you can see, this is the legend here, which means this is for height and this is for weight. So this is the type of chart is histogram. In histogram it will looks like boxes here. We have taken it as a height and weight, and the names of student we have taken. We can customize it according to us, like if you want to customize it. So let's customize first. In df.plot, let's pass the edge color. Let's pass the edge color as a green one. Let's take the line width is equal to 2. Then line style is equal to uh, let's take the color blue, and now let's display. So as you can see, this the outer line, the dotted line which we are having, that is of the green color. This is the edge color, and the color which is filled here, that is blue, and the width of the line, that is 2, and as well as the line style, that is the dotted one. So this is how we can customize the histogram. We can customize the bar chart also. We just have to pass that wherever we are using that this plt dot bar, so inside this you just have to pass the parameters, nothing else. And this is how we can customize the charts. So now let's discuss, we have discussed about the histogram. So now let's discuss about the scatter plot also, that how we can plot the data in scatter plot. So why we are using this, let's discuss first. That we are using it for showing the relationship between variables, as well as let me put inside the parenthesis. For this, let's import the numpy library, because we will store the data as an array. There is no such need because we have already imported in the previous one. And let's take the variable discount. In discount, let's take the np array for converting this list into array: 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Let's take another one: sales in rupees. So after this discount, what sale we had, let's pass this 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, and 5000. This type of sale we had. Now let's plot in term of scatter plot. Let's pass the x-axis. I want it's according to discount, and I want to take y-axis as sales in rupees. Sales in rupees. Now plt. Let's use the title also of the chart. Title is sales versus discount, as well as let's name the x axis, that discount, and y label sales. And now let's show the plot. Okay, so let's change it, otherwise, because if we will not change it, then it there will be issue, because we can, as you can see, we will be able to see only the single dot here right now. So let's try to remove this inverted commas. Yes. So I hope now it is visible, that now you can easily guess that when we were giving the 10% of discount, then we can see we were having the sale of 4,000. When we were giving the discount of 20%, then we were having the sale of 3,000. When we were giving the 30% discount, then we were having the sale of 1,000. So this is how we can plot the data. Earlier we were using like 10% sale, then 1,000 only, and I was using the inverted commas in by mistake. I have used the inverted commas in this discount and in sales in rupees. So these were the variables we have choose. So there was no such need to pass both of them inside the inverted commas. X and Y label we have already specified here, so that there will be no such uh, no, there will be need, because if you want to mention here sales and discount. Yes. So now let's discuss how we can customize this scatter plot. Customize Customization of scatter plot. So for customization, if you want to import, then you can import it again. Let's take the same data set which we have taken here. So now let's customize it. Plot dot scatter. Then let's take the same. X is for discount column, Y for sales in rupees, as well as color. Let's take it red. Then if you want to pass the marker for specific point, let's pass the asterisk only. And then now let's use the edge color for the boundary. Edge color, I want to set it as a, like, let's consider blue one. Line width, let's take it 2, and line style is this dotted one. So now let's pass the title also. X is equal to X label discount, and Y label is sales here. Is because we have taken, now again I am choosing here, that is inverted comma. No need to use it here. And now let's run this. So as you can see, the outer edge is of blue color, so there is no such need, because it is not creating an impact also, so no such need. So now as you can see, this style is of this one. If you will remove this, then it will be simple one. Let's try to remove this one and then analyze it. So now as you can see, this one is the style we are having because of the marker. The color is red here, width we have already taken, and rest is same, the way we have choose here. So earlier by default we were having the circle, so now I have changed the color and these dots. So now let's discuss about the box plot also. We can take the same one. Let's take the same data set here also for the box plot. If you will understand only one type of chart also, that how you can customize it, how you can plot it, so then it will be very easy for you to analyze it. So let's take it plot dot. First let's try to run this only. Keyword X, because there will be no such. Let's remove it once, because in the box plot there will be no such parameters we are going to use it here. Let's try to run this only. So this one will give you the empty one. Let's take the same marks, and we have taken the student of marks, student and their marks. Let's take this one. Instead of this, let's take it. I forgot to copy variable. Now let's take it this one. Or what we can do is, let's create the variable here, data, and now let's put inside the dictionary. Put inside the subject as a key here, and this one also as a key here. And now first of all, let's convert this into data frame. Df is equal to pd dot data frame and then data, and then this subject. And for now, let's convert this now data frame into plot, and the plot type is what kind of plot we want, that is box type. Now let's give this plot x label. Let's give subject, and y label let's give the marks, and then let's give the title of this plot also, that box plot, or just let's just write performance analysis of students, of subjects. Now let's run this, and we are having errors here. I think indentation error is there. Okay. Because in dictionary we will assign with colon only. We are not going to assign with assignment operator. Now let's run this. Now as you can see, this is the box customization of not scatter plot. This is box plot we are using here. So this is the box plot for analyzing it according to the subject and according to the marks. So this is how we can analyze in the terms of this one is not the better chart, but I just have taken this data just to simplify, just to make you understand that how we can plot the data in terms of the box plot. So you can plot this data in the line chart and in the bar chart, then it will be most appropriate one. But I just wanted to choose the simplest data set for this, so I have choose this. So this was the box plot which I wanted to show you. Now let's discuss the most common one, or with which everyone is very familiar, that is the pie chart. So for the pie chart, first uh, let's import the libraries again, that pandas as pd, then import matplotlib as plt. Then now let's create one data frame here. Data frame which I want to create, that is pd.data frame. Let's create the dictionary first, then we will create the data frame. So now let's create the dictionary. Inside the dictionary, like I want to discuss the mass and radius of the planets. So mass is, let's consider 0.330, then 4.87. Let's consider 5.97. By mistake I have choose the dot here. So yes, now let's take the another, that is the radius. Now let's take it the random one, and now let's take the planet's name as an index. uh, Index we will take it separately. Let's close this, and now let's convert this into data frame first. Data frame pd dot data frame pd dot data frame inside data. Here we are going to pass the index. Now let's pass the index, that is Mercury, Venus, and Earth. And the chart which I want is that is of pi, then plt dot show. uh, we are doing some kind of mistake. Kind is pi, kind is pi. Now let's take y is equal to mass, and x is equal to radius. Still it is showing an error, so there might be. Let's try to pass the value here, that is, because it is showing the error that we have to pass the subplots as a true, or requires either y column or this one. So but we have already used the y column, so let's try for this also, that try to pass this for true. So yes, now it is working. So as you can see, let's try to pass the y only, because as we have tried for this also, that mass, then also it is showing. Yes, earlier also we were trying, so sometimes it shows the glitch. So no need to pass the y-axis, just only y-axis, that will be enough. So as you can see, the mass is now here, that is the biggest one we were having for the uh, Earth. So as you can see, the maximum is for Earth here, and for Venus that was the second highest, and the Mercury for was we are having the least one. So now let's pass this one for radius. Now let's check for the radius. So now the radius is the maximum for same for the Earth only, and then the second highest is for the Venus, and then the third one, that is the for the Mercury. So this is how we can use the pie chart. Like if you want to customize it, so now we can customize it also. Like if you want to show the percentage here, so we can give that also, like auto PCT then you can pass as a percentage to f, which means till two decimals it will show the percentage. Here you can pass the title also if you want to show that title can be let's we are discussing about the radius of planets. Now let's run this. So as you can see, it will show you the percentage also. So I think till 2 we are showing, till 2 decimals I want to display. So now let's see. So this is the use of 0 0.2. If you will write here 0.4, so it will display till 4 decimals, and the radius of planet is here as you can see. For radius we want to show, if you do not want to use this one, so you can put the legends is false. These are known as legends. So legends you can put it as a false, and then it will not display. Wait, some unexpected error it is coming on. I have to run this complete sheet again. So for once, let's like if you do not want this, so you can put this legends as a false. By default it will be true only, so we can use that. So I hope from my end I have explained almost all basic charts that we use in the data analysis or data visualization. We can say that the line chart, box chart, histogram, scatter, box plot, and pie chart. So according to your data set, according to the features or the columns which you are having in your data set, which you want to visualize it, so you can use different kind of charts. According to that you can customize it. But as far as I hope, as you have watched this complete video, you have watched that I was using the same functions only. I was passing the same parameters for all different kind of charts, like the line width, line style, color of it, edge color. So I will suggest that visualize any data set by using any kind of chart, and do or analyze or visualize with all types of, or like pass all the parameters for the customization. So once you will be done with one type of chart, then it will be very easy for you to do it with other charts also. So I hope everyone has enjoyed this video. Till now we have discussed about the data analysis part with pandas and how to visualize with the matplotlib. So I hope everyone has enjoyed this video. Thank you. Have a nice day.